All right, season 5, episode 30, episode 250. 250 episodes recorded. So we got to do something real special. Give a round of applause. Round of applause. It's a big ass deal.
Hey. Big money.
We couldn't leave y'all hanging this week on such a special week. We got Kelli Jones. What? Forbes articles. Blavity articles.
Essence.
The list Essence. Okay, no,
Essence.
Tell us more. Tell us more.
Nigga, Jeff
Crunch.
a week.
Yeah.
Wow. Niggas dream of being in Essence.
They did.
Man.
Listen, that was the only one that mattered to me. Was that Essence
Jet not
one.
because you know when you go to the beauty shop, barbershop, I'm gonna read this Essence.
Yeah,
I know her.
It's real life in Essence.
And Kelli has an article. She is the leader.
Yeah.
The CEO.
Sheesh.
Of Sixty8 Capitol.
Wow.
The Empress.
This is a big deal, man. Sixty8 Capitol.
Wow.
$1 million deals. Multimillion.
Approving $1 million deals for my iPhone.
This is crazy.
Figures.
Man, give her a round of applause. Give her a round of applause. Round of applause, man.
Simply put, one of the most important people in the city. Like it's
we're royalty.
The backdoor movement.
Royalty.
I appreciate that.
Really making things shake for Indianapolis, especially on the black scene and for women. It's a huge deal.
Big deal.
That's crazy. So awesome.
So where can people find you?
Everywhere. Kelli Nicole. Kelli with an I, Nicole with a K. That's where she hangs out.
Yeah, make that move. This is somebody you should know.
You should.
I hope so.
If you care about getting anywhere in life,
you
at least shake her hand once.
Talk to Kelli.
If I can help you, I'm going to try.
At least follow her. It's easy. All right, man. One more round of applause, man. Let's get this thing going. So
Thank you
first,
for having
me. Important question.
Feels so cool to be back here.
Damn it! I got away. Pregame pop quiz.
Oh, we're going to start with the pop quiz? We're going to come right in with it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go first.
Hold on. Let me take a little sip.
Go ahead. You call it first.
When your movie comes out, who do you want to play you?
Ooh.
Gabrielle Union.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Or Gabrielle Dennis, because she's funny and I'm funny. So.
I like that.
Gabrielle Union doesn't open her mouth when she talks. Is that okay with you?
That is true.
I saw Gabrielle Union in a new light today. I have a little bit more respect for her. So.
I like respect to Gabby. Gabby's.
She had a little interview about how she was treated on the Friends set, and I was fucking with what she was saying. So.
She was on Friends?
Yeah, she was Ross' girlfriend.
They wouldn't let. They'll never let you know that.
Really?
No, she wasn't Ross' girlfriend.
She was on there for like one episode, and
what? I don't remember that. I don't think I really watched it.
Exactly. I don't remember. I've seen every episode of Friends. I don't remember either.
But her filmography is extensive, especially for our childhood.
Oh yeah, early 2000s.
Yeah. She was the it girl.
Owned that era for sure.
Real.
Gabrielle
or
Union?
if we're talking about like
Gabrielle
low budget
Union.
black films, like the one that be on BET, Keisha Knight Puleo.
I'm with that.
I can see.
Shout out to Rudy.
Yeah, okay, Rudy.
That would work too. You got to go with the budgets. You know,
That's a fact. That's a fact.
She was in a Tyler Perry film.
You be doing Rudy a favor.
I mean, everybody thought I looked like Rudy as a kid, so I think that could work.
I can see it.
That would work out. But yeah, either of the Gabrielles,
Yeah,
they're
she'll
both
probably
funny.
be looking for a gig.
Yeah, she's not that great of an actor.
She's not. After she was 6, it was over.
Yeah, it was bad.
They was like, Olivia, we need you.
All the movies
Rudy
I've watched
is not
her in
funny.
recently. I watched a lot of my favorite low budget black films, and she's been in a few of them, and every time it's painful.
She was cool on
Step your game up.
She wasn't cool in Beauty
House of
Shop.
Pain.
But also, she's also a venture capitalist too, so that would be a great reason to have her play.
That makes sense.
Damn, they have a
she's
club.
part of a fund called Fearless Fund.
we didn't know that,
It's
but
based
you
in
did.
Atlanta.
It's a secret society.
Yeah, that would be kind of dope. No,
Okay.
I like it.
I like
I'm
that.
just trying to get in a group me too.
For sure. What do you know about the future?
Nevadius?
No, I'm saying in general. You probably Illuminati now.
I didn't know what future we talking about.
You know,
Oh man.
all right, man. Who's next?
Buying a business or creating a business? I mean, I'm sorry, not buying, selling a business or creating a business. Which one's more important for you?
Both. I think we sometimes forget that selling a business is okay. I think we have that narrative in our community that you shouldn't sell a business or that it's selling out, but that's essentially how you create wealth. That's how people are getting wealthy.
That's what you're doing it
through
for, technically.
selling businesses. Yeah, and it's okay to sell it, especially if you're a person that's a multi-entrepreneur. Like, you may want to move on and do something else, right? Like, it's exactly what Richard Lou Dennis did with Shea Moisture. You know, he sold it, but he's still running it, and he's also doing a ton of other stuff. And I like that.
Does that maybe come from, we've never had shit and we need to keep stuff?
It's an ownership conversation. It's a conversation of ownership.
They never gave us nothing. We can't give them more. Is that the type of...
Yeah, I think it's a conversation around ownership. We've never really owned anything before.
Right.
I think it's the same reason why people are sort of anti-venture capital or don't really understand what it means because it is about equity. But in my opinion, it's like, do you own 100% of nothing or do you own 80% of billions? And which one is really better?
Right, that second one.
Yeah, and those are the things that change
better.
our community and change us. So
Got you.
sell a business, start another one.
There you go.
So you can do it again.
I like that.
Yeah.
So much fun. They
Cool
both
little
fun.
phrase.
I can't wait. It's gonna
For
be
sure.
fun.
I'll go next. So speaking of billionaires, people doing amazing things with their careers. Kanye or Jay-Z and why?
Shit. Why would you ever?
Kanye or Jay-Z and why?
Why would you make me choose? That's weird.
That's weird.
So I'm gonna go with Jay, solely because where I am in my life right now, he's who I emulate. I love the way he tells stories. He makes very calculated moves that I don't think people anticipate. And everything he does in a way that no one's ever done it before. Every deal he's ever made is usually like something that no one's ever seen before.
Yeah.
And that I like. Now that's not to say that Kanye's not amazing. Like creatively, I think obviously he's rich. It's shit, all of both.
Are
of them,
you
right?
prepared for the phase of your life where you are Kanye, to where Kelly goes on the podcast and says some wild shit that she knows is gonna happen, but niggas look at you crazy for it?
I already do it.
Knowing the
so
future.
It's already happening.
Okay.
I already say too much.
All right.
Because like you say, Jay-Z's calculated. Kanye just blurts.
He just says,
Whatever.
and that's
Yeah.
the thing that's so hard because I just say what I want when I want to say it, and I don't really care. But I just like the way he moves. I always have. But you might want to add Nas to that conversation because really he's the one. Like he's been doing. He was
crazy
doing it
too.
first.
I like the cryptocurrency bar.
I mean, he's had 2 exits.
Khaled.
Like that's massive. Yeah, he had Pill Pack that sold to Amazon for billions. Like Nest.
The home security system.
Yes, like
Oh,
he's
that's
been
Nas?
doing that.
Yeah,
He's
it's
been
Nas.
doing that.
Yeah.
So
Nasir?
been doing that. Yeah. So
Nasir?
but like everyone else has
Jones?
followed on as he's kind of made those
Gotcha.
moves. You've seen other people start to make those moves too. But yeah, he's the one that really jumped in that first.
Respect.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I got a weird question.
Let's do it.
He's so happy.
Who should be, I don't know if this is fair, who should be our spokesperson for black people?
Ooh,
Who should be our
wait.
person that we go to?
Chile.
Talk to him. Because we don't have the answer. Talk to who should it be?
Because we asked why
It
Lil
is
Baby
certainly
had to go.
no
Hey,
one that
yeah.
is claiming the title right now.
Exactly.
Let me tell you that.
Little
'cause
baby don't need to
listen,
talk to Kamala Harris.
like leading us down a wrong path.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I wish.
Or who would you wish you could put that on? Maybe not who should it be, but who would you like to say, hey, you know what? It's you. You're the person that they're going to speak to when we have things to say.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you.
You know, I think it would need to be someone that truly identifies with all facets of Black. It can't be someone that is out of touch with regular people. And I don't know. I mean, Angela Rye comes to mind for some reason because I just
love
like her
Angela.
energy.
We like Angela
Like it is
Rye.
very educated, but also like it is
Edgy.
very much like Black. You know, like I do not deny that
Lickety,
she's
blackety, blackety.
coming from a Black perspective. So I always say like that's what our brand feels like. It's like Angela Rye. It's real snarky, but also like facts.
I think she called somebody a bitch on CNN.
That's what I'm
one time.
talking about. Sometimes you got to.
Yeah.
Like
It
you
was
gotta
super slick.
you gotta
Some
balance it.
She's with the shits for
Yeah.
sure.
But I mean I don't know if I really know. Like I just know it's not who's doing it right now.
Yeah. And I don't
It's
know.
not working.
But who is it though?
It
I don't know what I
and maybe
want.
I mean,
I'm-
all of
I
them.
know I don't
people.
want this.
I'm
Yeah.
totally out of left field. Ava DuVernay comes to mind. I don't know why she does.
I like
Love
her.
Ava.
I like her.
Makes things that, okay, you get what we need to see.
Yeah.
So maybe she's a person that somebody needs to talk to, but I don't know if she's it.
Whoever it is, we're gonna ruin them.
I mean, we need several anyway. It should
Fair
never
enough.
be. We
Yeah,
can't
fair
like
enough.
just say you are the Black
Right.
because it just doesn't make sense. But we definitely need people
Save us.
that understand all
Black
facets of Black
Avengers.
culture and are not just for self.
Right.
Should be
I think
Barack
that's
Obama.
the difference.
He won't do it.
He can't.
Brock served his time.
Right, he did
He
it
can't
once.
do it. He can't
Down
never
with
say
you
what needs to be
niggas.
said.
Say,
Right.
man, this shit sucks.
He won't have the president excuse this time either.
Yeah, we can't say that.
Yeah.
I can't say that. They still pay my
Wait,
own
yes, you
money.
can. It's why I
Okay.
don't want to say it, actually.
Chile.
So that was my question. I know that question was very different, but it felt right.
That was good, Rick.
Y'all want to go local with that question? Never mind. We can
No,
get that
go ahead.
We'll
later.
talk about
We are Anthony Murdoch proponents.
Yes,
I'm ready.
Murdoch's got to be
Anthony
the
Murdoch,
guy.
locally. Absolutely. I trust him to say anything that needs to be said properly.
He could do my wedding vows for me. Step
Wow.
in,
And my
For
brother.
sure. Right him.
He's
Hey,
marrying
you
my
bringing us up
sister.
for the
He's
wedding
marrying
vows.
Jordan and Aaron.
Oh, he is.
He's
He's doing the
officiating
ceremony.
their he's officiating. their
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I'm not supposed to say that out loud.
Wow.
I don't know if I'm supposed
That's
to say that out loud, but yeah,
crazy. Murdoch, look at
I'm
you.
planning her
Murdoch, you doing
wedding.
You
something
know
like
what?
that?
You allowed to say it.
Live stream it.
Yeah, I'm planning her wedding, so that's
If
what
I
I'm
died
doing.
tomorrow, I hope y'all would call him and be like, hey, you come.
Yeah, but he come say a few
say a few
words.
words.
A few words. You met
Come
him
on,
twice.
Murdoch.
Just a few.
Yeah.
For sure. He
And
can make
it
so many
goes.
things wrong with Reed,
He's
too. It's
gonna
going to be
lose
crazy.
their
Yeah.
Next.
That's my person.
Is that it for the pregame pop
Yeah,
quiz?
that's it.
Everybody?
That's everybody went.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Hey, next,
my
man.
question?
Round of applause for Kelli Jones again.
Yeah.
By getting to the
I want
interview.
more of those. I like those kind of
That's
questions.
the icebreaker. Now you're comfortable.
Right.
Can I
Now
start
you're
with
ready.
comfortable.
Can I start with the most important question?
Yes, please go
Do
ahead.
it.
What's a venture capitalist?
Yes, tell us.
I couldn't wait.
What
I
is it?
literally could not
What
wait.
is it?
People are confused.
It
I'm
sounds
confused.
so important.
Is everyone confused?
What is it? I'm
Help us.
Yeah,
What
so
the fuck
here
is
I like
It
to
sounds
break
like a
things down
money
to like the
adventure.
simplest like terms, right? So a venture capitalist is someone that invests someone else's money into companies. So that's essentially
Okay.
what
Oh,
it
okay.
means. Historically, there have not been any black women in the state of Indiana that has had that responsibility of maintaining other people's money to invest it.
Well, you're
Typically,
treasurer.
white
businesses.
people have the money,
Huh?
and they would never trust a black woman to go spend their money.
Never.
Okay.
Why in the hell? No. Of course not. But no, it's just never existed. Why I think it's important is because it is a new way to, it's not even new. Let me not even say it's new, but it's a way that we can access capital way earlier for our businesses. And it's something that we don't talk enough about.
Right.
We've been obviously talking about tech and all these things for a very long time. And so it's always been part of the narrative, but it's important because it means we get access to capital before we can start a business. Potentially, it means that we can get access to capital way before you may go after a loan. But it also allows you to build a business that is high growth and high scale, which means that long term, that business can end up being, 10x, 12x
So
what you started with.
keep it simple. I'm starting a business. Usually, I can't go to the bank. They don't give me no money. I go to the bank and say, I want to start a business. I need a loan, and I have this company backing me. They say, oh. So you kind of have something already.
Oh, you know.
Not
Jones.
real. No, not that. I mean, you don't have to go to a bank at all.
I don't even need a bank.
No, you don't even need to.
I'm going to
'Cause it's
bypass
really-
the loan process.
She's
Where
she's
we-
the bank.
Talk to
You're
you.
the bank.
Yeah, where we
Got it.
invest in the earliest stages. So, for example, a company, maybe they've been around for 3-4 months, and they're in a place where they're ready to raise money because they need to build more software, they need to add more people to their team, and they decide they need $500,000. Being that they've only been in business for 3 or 4 months, they can't go to a bank and get a loan because they have no tax records. They probably have light revenue. But if the idea is a big enough idea to where someone can invest capital, I can invest. But they have to prove that the business is scalable, meaning that the sales are repeatable and that you can get to,
not a fluke.
5x, 10x every
Gotcha.
year in sales.
Shark Tank.
Yeah, but the thing is any business can be that. It doesn't
Right.
have to just be tech. Tech just happens to be the one that people are focused on because you can do it so fast.
How much
Sure.
pressure do you feel as a black woman to not overly black it up when you bringing these businesses up?
Have you seen the website for
I
Sixy8
have.
Capitol?
I'm impressed.
I'm not
You
worried
don't
about
care.
that. I closed a lot of deals on that deck and with those black faces on it. So,
I love it. I just always
I
feel
mean,
like
they
it's-
invested because they believed in that mission. If they didn't, they didn't invest. But they invested because they believed in me investing in like quintessential blackness. so
How does it- so-
that's what I intend to do.
I got a lot of questions here.
We can keep
How-
going.
How does it feel to be a part of history for real? Like, how does it?
I don't know yet because I'm not done. And so it just feels like another checkpoint. And I don't know if it's successful until like we see our
Right.
first like few investments and we start to see companies move. Like it's great that I've hit this milestone, but this isn't the end of the
You're not
race.
ready to
Like,
retire.
This is the beginning.
I gotta now prove out what I've said I can do. And that's actually the harder part. And that's where I'm having not a rough time, but that's where you have to be very
This is the
specific.
groundwork.
Yeah.
Is that where you become a manager of sorts to kind of ensure these businesses that you've put money into are doing what they say they're going to do?
Yeah, so it's a mixture of like capital and then like help, right? So you invest the money, but then you also open them up to your network. You make introductions as necessary. On some companies, I may sit on their board. So
You like a tech A&R almost kind of.
I like that. I like that. We can go with Untitled A&R. We like that. But yeah, I mean, it's not just investing the money. It's also ensuring that they actually, one, do what they say they're going to do,
Right.
and two, that they actually have the opportunity to be successful. Companies fail all the time, so I'm going to have some failures.
Gotcha.
But if I can hit more shots on goal, then they're going to be good.
So if I pitch my company 68 Capital, this then turns into some sort of curriculum. Right? I have to kind of go through different steps and also prove to you and your team that we're ready to then launch this business.
Well, not necessarily. At the point that you're ready to pitch me for money, you're ready. Like
Gotcha.
you've been through all the steps. So at that point, it's just like,
So just get,
here's my
got the money
business,
and
here's my deck, here's how the business is doing, here's what I foresee. Here are, and then I have to do some due diligence. So I got to, call your customers, call the people that's investing in you.
Yeah.
And that's an objective thing. 'Cause it's not like
Right.
I'm calling them like, what's the cell phone? Like, what is the last thing? Let me check your credit. Like, we're not going through all that.
Yeah,
right.
okay.
It's just really more of like, is everything he's saying to me true?
But if you pull up, it's serious.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, in
Yeah.
case you missed it, don't come to Kelly with an idea.
Yeah.
No.
Come
Well,
to
that's
Kelly
the
with
reason.
a business that's
Yeah.
already been running.
Well, that's the reason why we do the accelerators. Like, we've been planning for this, right? Like,
Right.
for the last few years, we've been doing this pitch competition. We've been getting people ready to raise money. So, at this point, what's different is that we are now the people that you can go to get that money. Before, I had to introduce you to other people that had funds and that would be able to do that. But now we get to do that, which changes everything when we get to make the decisions.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, without getting too detailed,
Mm-hmm.
how does a venture capitalist make her money?
So this is the part that I love to explain. It's super simple, right? So imagine, okay,
So I
for
just
example,
shave 10% off the top.
yeah, again, I like to demystify it, keep it really simple. So imagine if you could invest in Amazon before it hit the stock market. How much money do you think you would have made? That's how I make my money.
You're rich.
Oh.
Yeah, but I haven't had an Amazon yet. But that's how you make your money, right? So you raise a certain amount of money. A part of that is a management fee. That is what allows you to take care of all of your bills, salaries, people you need to hire, fund administration. Like, there's a lot of fees
And when
that
they
go
go
along with
big,
that.
you go big.
Yeah, and then everything else is investing in the company. So if I invest in Amazon, if I invest in Jeff Bezos before Amazon hits the stock market, my $10,000 or $100,000 investment turns into 10 million, 100 million, depending on what that IPO is, right? So I always tell people it's exciting to be a part of the stock market, but what happens when you put money in a company before they hit the stock
Before they
market?
even went
That's a
public.
totally different type of
it's a
money.
new
Like, at that
game.
point,
All those-
everyone, like, once it hits the stock market, everybody's fighting for the same shares. Before that, like, you actually get
I already
the
got my
best
shares.
deal.
Yeah.
Give me
at
these
the
four
cheapest
right here. I
price.
want this.
Yeah, when they're IPOing, they're already valuated at $1 billion. Like,
Those
you're
people that
priced
put
out.
money in the Apple and the
Yeah, everybody's
like,
like, my only thing is like, damn, I wish I'd have did this earlier.
Right.
Because I could have invested in, all kind of
could've-
businesses. Like, I could have
Pentagon
been
won't
invested in
use
a
it,
shit
sorry.
ton of stuff. Yeah. I think the other thing is that I don't think people realize how many businesses are really venture backed. I think people assume it's just the tech companies that we all know
Yeah.
about, but it's not the case. I
Or
mean,
it's like
Warby
the
Parker,
grind.
Is it-
Everlane, like
what
Away
companies
Luggage.
do you want to stay away from? Like, if I want a chicken wing spot, I can't come to you.
You can't, unfortunately. And it's not because it's just a chicken wing spot. It's because that chicken wing spot is not necessarily scalable, right? Like, that chicken wing spot takes a lot of upfront capital,
Yeah.
and you have to have real estate and all sorts of things that actually just makes it harder
Yeah.
for it to become profitable. However, if you, for example, like what we're doing with Melon, if you build a chicken wing virtual restaurant concept that you can then place in other restaurants at scale, I can invest in that, because then it doesn't take any real estate. All it takes is recipes and somebody else licensing.
So, like, if I put
value.
something in the garage, is that what you're saying? Like, my
Yeah.
chicken wing spot goes down where El Mass Ave. We just rent a space.
Yeah, where it's just delivery only, where people only use DoorDash and Uber Eats in order to
Got it,
order your
got it.
food.
Are
They
you
never.
allowed
Tiger bites.
to
Yeah,
explain
and it's
Melon?
it's just terrible. It's
It's
disgusting.
not good.
Because I think
Tiger
I've,
Bites is
I
disgusting.
think
Very
I've
nasty.
seen
I've tried all
something-
of the virtual restaurants here.
Gotcha.
Tiger Bites.
You
is
try
disgusting.
It's Just Wings?
I have not tried It's Just Wings.
It's-
I've tried the
They
Nashville,
were
the hot
mid.
chicken, the Tendies. The Guy Fieri is a virtual
Guy
restaurant.
has one?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like, Guy's
It
my
operates
dog.
out of
Out
District
bounds.
Tap downtown. There's a lot of them. I'll give you a whole list.
It's just wings had a nice run for like
suck.
a week, and then it got mid out of
business started booming.
Yeah.
For sure.
So Melon is pretty much that. Like we don't need a brick and mortar. We're booming out other people's places. And
that's what all our accelerators, especially the industry-based ones, are kind of focused on, right? It's like taking industries that we're already building businesses in and finding ways to make them venture backable. It's kind of fun.
That's
having
crazy.
a lot of time.
I can see the glimmer in your eye when we talk about it.
Yeah, it's fun. Because I'm ready for the next ones. The next ones are going to be so much fun. So
this is really awesome.
Awesome.
I appreciate
I hope
you.
I explained it. I would
question.
love to dig back in. Like, if you
What
really
does
want me to
retirement
explain
look like for you? You talking to me right now. You're just getting into it.
Yeah.
What does that like? You know what? I'm out of the game. I'm done. Like, what does that look like? Is there a number? I don't.
Well,
I don't
I have an age.
number,
I mean,
but-
I'm planning to retire at 44. So
Okay.
Wow.
I have.
Is that Jay-Z inspired?
It is.
It is.
I mean, I picked that number a long time ago. Just if 444 came out after I decided I was my retirement age. But what it looks like for me is that hopefully,
Marcy me.
we get one or two shots on goal that are really good, and a company either IPOs or gets acquired for $500 million or $1 billion, and it returns my entire fund. And if it returns my fund plus some, I get 20% of that.
Yeah, that 20% is nuts.
Wow.
Yeah,
So-
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And where are you going to live when this
Hey, where you
happens?
going?
A farm in Ghana.
Oh,
What'd you say?
okay, taking
What'd
it
you say?
back.
A farm in Ghana.
Ghana.
Nice. I have
Absolutely.
a question.
The motherland.
From Q's Corner. What's an IPO?
Oh my gosh, it's initial public offering. So it's what happens when you see people on the NASDAQ and they say, so-and-so has gone public. You know, WeWork tried that, didn't work. But anytime you see somebody get listed on the stock exchange, that's an IPO.
Well, thank you. I'm learning a lot here. I'm ignorant to a lot of this. So
Farm in
thank
Ghana.
you for asking
A
the questions
farm
there.
in Ghana.
Absolutely.
That's crazy. You're going to get there too. So
I'm not worried.
Millions of American dollars will your farm in God will be.
Yeah. it'll
Well,
be-
the
gonna create a power
thing that
grid.
I'm most excited about, though,
Wakanda.
is obviously there'll be the farm in Ghana and probably all sorts of other things, but like it's really for me reinvesting it back into our community. You know, the interesting thing about our fund is that the majority of it is invested in by people of color. The companies we're investing in are people of color. So when those exits happen, those IPOs or those mergers and acquisitions happen, my investors, you know, make money. I make money. My company makes money. Their employees make money because they all have options.
Right.
And so what happens when all of that is diverse is all of a sudden you have millionaires or at least thousandaires, 100,000aires that weren't that a year ago.
And they look like you.
And that changes our entire community, especially if you do that 2 or 3 times. That's hundreds of people that got money. Like if you think about like what I call the exact target sort of thing. Like there's Exact Target and there's everybody that used to work for Exact Target after it went Salesforce, and then they all started funds, and some of them, you know, started their own companies. And so you just see like this accumulation of wealth that happens, but none of those people look like us.
Not
And
a
so now what happens is we have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
And all I need is one. It only takes
There
one.
you go.
Do you find yourself in a place as a venture capitalist where you have to not so much sell yourself to somebody that's promoting a business or trying to get a business off the ground, not off the ground, but scale it to where like, all right, I know you have options to who you want to have fund you, but I feel like you should come with me because I X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, so I usually win my deals because I am really founder friendly. I think I'm more founder friendly than most VCs because I care about entrepreneurs first. The money is kind of second to me. I mean, our first investment was a company that's been through our program twice and won our pitch competition. You know, like it wasn't somebody that I just found and said, I'm investing in you. It's somebody that we actually took time to work with.
Molded.
Yeah. So it's that's important to me. I think, you know, having the opportunity to invest in companies that maybe didn't think they had this is really important to me. It's teaching too. Like this shouldn't be something that no one knows about. This shouldn't be something that's hidden. It shouldn't be something that we're not talking about because it leads to opportunities. I always say this is not for everybody.
Right.
It's not for every kind of business, but you should know your options. And I feel like I've been in these rooms where I'm the only one advocating for this, and they're trying to suppress me in the room because they only want to talk about CDFIs and loans, and that's not all we should be talking about when Black people's businesses are fucking failing. I'm sorry, we are not winning in this fight, and we've been struggling before the
it's probably
pandemic.
the
Niggas been taking the PPP loans to buy bags instead of paying.
Like we're not like we are struggling, and y'all are
Lambos.
worried about trying to figure out how to. Like it's just so like we just need to put money in the hands of Black people. I don't understand why it's not So it's so easy to me. Like the answer to every question of how do we help? Put money in the hands of Black people. I don't care who they are.
And watch what we do
Business owners, humans, people that need jobs. Like everybody just fucking needs resources.
Yeah,
and we're too busy trying to figure out what things can we build to make sure that some Black people get a Band-Aid so that they don't need to
park
on. Fuck that park.
Yeah. I don't even play at the park no
Give
more.
these motherfuckers a job, man. Give it have these people start businesses.
No more
put them
parks.
into roles where and get them trained in roles where they have the opportunity to make more money. Let's not keep shipping them off to warehouses all the time and thinking that that's okay, but then making an announcement
Amazon.
that Apple is moving here and they're going to start 1,000 If those jobs only pay $12 an hour, fuck that.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
What are we talking about?
How can you live off that?
Because you know that the majority of people in those jobs are going to look like us.
Yeah.
So is it really helping us?
You cannot
It's
live
not
off
helping us.
12, 13, 14, 15,
It's
16.
not.
You
None
can't
of
live
that.
off of
None
it.
of that. I
And they be
mean,
there for years too.
no, it's problematic.
I
And we're
asked
not
you-
wanting to solve the problem. We're wanting to Band-Aid the problem.
Because I feel like it's got to be an easy sell. Like, I happen to know you, but I feel like if I were to have a conversation with you trying to pitch my business, I would walk out of there feeling like, damn, she cares.
I do. I really do. And I think that's the thing that wins me my deals. Every company that we've invested in wants us in it.
Right.
You know, and their other investors are talking about like she's gonna be in it. So you gotta figure out how we're gonna all work together. And I think it's because I'm more for their benefit than I am for how much I may make. Because I'm not that is gonna come. They get to choose. I always tell my founders, you choose who invests in you. You're the prize. The money is not the prize. You are the prize. You're the one that's gonna make people rich. So you should choose who invests in you, and don't just take money just because they offering it.
This is amazing. So I want to take it back to the Black Hatch Fund. You
Let's
alluded
do
to it
it.
earlier in the interview. But I want you to talk about how you turned that particular opportunity into 68 Capitol.
Yeah, so we launched Black Hatch when we launched our first accelerator. I think that was in 2019. And the goal was for us to always have a fund. It was a small fund. It was going to be like $3 million. And so I started.
Yeah, a couple dollars, nothing crazy.
Come on, guys.
Change.
It was going to be $3 million. It was going to be a much smaller fund. Still impactful, but much smaller. So that was the year. Ooh, sorry. That was the year.
Oh, you do it. You break it if you want to. It's cool.
Yeah.
What year
You can
is
afford
this?
it.
I'm so mixed up on like what year it was. So
we missed a year.
Because remember,
yeah,
2020
we missed
never
the
happened.
whole
Yeah, we
year.
missed a
Yeah, it's
year.
crazy. So that was the year I actually started my job at Techstars. So I was running a program and I couldn't do both. But as program ended in like November, December, I could start focusing on like raising. And so I started having these initial conversations through kind of the break because Techstars kind of shuts down in December. So I basically took a whole month off. And I just started trying to like start these conversations about the fund. I had built the deck and all these different things. And then fast forward to, I think Pardi came and went. And I was like, man, this shit might actually do something. So ended up leaving Techstars. I was right before everything shut down with the pandemic. I thought it was the worst decision I ever made because I didn't have a job and I was
Then
just
nobody had a
stuck.
job, so it was cool.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I was
I didn't
furloughed for
even.
about 4 months.
Well, I mean, I would have still been able to keep my job though. Like I just would have. We were already remote. We just probably. I mean, Q was in that program, so he saw how it ran. It would have ran how it ran, but it was just weird times. It's like, damn, I done left this job, but Techstars is amazing. They like gave me a decent severance. They kept my.
Die?
Oh, don't die. Oh gosh.
Drink.
Drink some alcohol.
Oh,
You okay? You get up?
put your hands up.
Okay, cool.
Ruff is still with us. He's good.
He's still here. He's still
Not like
Chernobyl.
this. Please, not like this.
Take my dog, man.
Chernobyl, not doing an interview.
Well, yeah, it
So
is.
250. Oh my God.
My life.
No, but but yeah, everything happened with COVID, and I had already put in my notice. I put in, I think, 45 days notice or something, so I ended up having to get the new people trained and all that stuff. And, but they gave me a little extra. They kept my insurance on for a really long time. Like, Techstars is like the best, like,
They cared about
employer
you.
ever. Yeah. And they helped me. So then I'm out here, no job. I slept for a month because I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't have nothing going. What is going on? Like, I can't go outside.
I can't even go nowhere.
Yeah, like I want to go to the store, but I'm scared. Do I mask up? Do I put on the gloves? Like, what are we doing? And so, like, then I was like, okay, Kelly, like, this is what you do. So just go and do it. And it just so happened that a few funds was interested in hiring me, and I had no intention of getting another job. I was just like, if now is not the time to get a job. Like,
Right.
if I'm gonna do this, like, I just need to go and do it. And so I was talking to my mentor, and my mentor happens to be our largest investor, and he said, well, if you really want to get this fund off the ground, I think you should do that. He's like, but you're an emerging manager. You don't have much of a track record other than the companies you've picked for your accelerators and Techstars. He's like, that's going to be a hard sell for any investor. He's like, so maybe you should ask these funds if they would be interested in backing you by being their back office, advising you, see if they'll invest, and they may put up the money to kind of get the fund started. And I was like, well, one, can I do that? Like, it's kind of like it's like, am I signing into a deal? Like, what is like, no, it's just, it's yours.
Baby.
He's like, but they are, essentially helping you get it off the ground. And when
You
you
had
go
an accelerator.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yep.
how I tell people. And he's like, as you go and raise money, if you if you say that they're backing you, people are going to be more likely to say, and it's also just having white people
It's
behind
important.
you. They love that shit.
Yeah.
And so it's
Especially
like,
now.
Gotta keep one in your corner.
it gets you in the doors. It
Put
gets,
you on a
it
poster.
gets conversations going a lot quicker and decisions made even faster. And so, one, I didn't know that was a thing you could do.
Right.
Two, I was like, well, can't hurt to try. So I talked to 3 of the funds that were interested in hiring me. Decided on one in particular. It's Alos that we talked about.
Gotcha.
And it was for a few reasons. One, Paul, who I've known since 2017 or 18, was someone that's always just really passionate about Black founders, Latinx founders, and I thought like he would at least get what I was doing. But the other thing that I think no one else really did is that when I had my first events in the Microsoft store for founders, I tried to get every VC to come out. And I cold LinkedIn messaged Don, who's one of the partners at Alos, and he just showed up. Didn't know me, never met me. Just showed up and sat there with founders for like an hour. And I always just remembered that. And I was like, okay, if I pick somebody, I need to pick someone, one, that I feel like, is about this life, but two, like, is not going to try to own this.
Right.
Because this part is important when telling this story. And so they were the ones that were about that life. And
That's amazing.
we signed a little deal.
Little situation.
Yeah. And
Look what's happening.
Yeah, and they have
Look, you
been
feel me?
they
Look,
have
you did.
been the most, and then everything happened with Black Lives Matter, right? So then like the timing was just
Yeah.
kind of like perfect
It's
at that
bigger
point,
than
because
black and white.
now all of a sudden like everybody's just giving Black people money. I'm like, oh, time to cash in, because we had a couple of commitments. But not, I mean, my first commitment was Wayne Patrick, who is actually on my advisory committee. He's an OG, sold 2 or 3 companies, like
Wow, shout out to
OG
Wayne.
here.
Shout out to him.
And somebody that I just identified with like immediately. I feel like we had a very similar path. And so he was one of my first investors. And I asked him to be on my advisory board. He was the first one I asked. Black guy, of course. And they were just like, this is you, Kelli. Like, this is your fund. This is your face. It's like, we're here
That's
to back you up.
crazy.
We'll make intros as we need to. He's like, but you got it. They were like, you got it. If you need us on backup, we'll do the backup. And so first few, meetings, like they set up, I was getting my little like roll going. There are people that have invested in them. They immediately were like, yeah. Because they'd already seen, and
Right.
mind you, like, this ain't like look like it's money I've never seen before. Like I've still not seen like what this looks like, but like they were like, yeah, we'll do $250. I'm like $250 or no, $250. I'm like, you got that?
Kicking it.
Where is it? Where do you
Yeah,
keep
like,
it?
where you keeping it?
Like there's like it was a lot of imposter syndrome that first like
Is it in the
month or two.
closet?
I was like, so
Put your
you're
brick
just
right
gonna
there.
you're just gonna say yes, to 100K, or you're just gonna
crazy.
say yes to 250. So it started with individuals, and then eventually like I jumped into like the corporations, which is a longer cycle, but that's where we got our largest investors. My mentor was one of the first ones that committed. He kind of got the ball rolling. He committed $5 million, and we've been to the moon since.
It's $5 million.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
he gave $5 million.
$5.
You almost sidetracked from my question. So
sorry.
you had mentioned a mentor, and I wanted to
Yeah.
know somebody like Kelli Jones, who's like all these ideas and these plans.
Yeah.
Who does Kelli Jones call in there like
Woo!
12 in the morning?
I don't even know.
12 in the
Can I
morning,
say his
like-
name out loud?
You don't have to.
I won't. I'll call him AG. But let me tell you something. He gets me together. Like I need someone to get me together.
Yeah, how important is it to have somebody
And,
like that?
Well, let me tell you, I've never really. I think I've said this before. Like I've never really had a mentor before. It's been the harder thing for me to find. But I knew I needed one going through this process, because this is not one of those processes you can just kind of
I
go
got this.
through.
Age.
Yeah, you have to
Age
have
you.
you have to have several people helping you. I mean, I took courses. Like I took a whole
Right.
Stanford class for this shit, and then I like joined these other groups and I'm trying to like
Take master's
get
class.
my like I was just trying to make sure I was all the way up to par. But he always tells me, he's like, you're about to see how the sausage is made. That's what he always says, and like took me through the ringer. Like it's different talking to somebody when they're, and we often have to like switch the hats. So it's like I'm gonna put on my mentor hat real quick, and he'll say some stuff and he's like, all right, now I'm putting on my investor hat. And there's times where he like, one, I never set up the first meeting with him. Like Alos had to do that. Like he's invested in Alos too, and I was like, I can't reach out to him and ask him about like this, like what, like he knows I'm going to, but I was like, I can't. And then like when I pitched him, like I felt like I was talking to somebody totally different. I was like, yo, what why are you doing me like this? Like when I tell you questions,
He hazed you.
took me down. Like he ran me
Yeah, man, those
through
people are
it.
scary, man.
Ran me through it, and then put me on a 2-hour meeting with him and all his friends.
He hazed
Sure
you.
did.
Yeah, hazed you.
You
2.5
really wanna be a part of
hours.
this.
Yeah.
2.5 hours with him, all his other senior VPs, his associates, like
The secret
whole
society.
team. Yeah,
Yeah, this kills you trying to be down.
He's an SVP, and he's a black dude too, and he's the only black person, of course, on the call, on the
Tight.
thing.
Wow.
Taking me through it, ran me through from the time I was born in the 80s all the way through to 20
Today.
fucking 20.
Speaking of 80s,
What's up? Shit. God damn it! You gonna make me
where does 68 come from?
Ooh, I love talking about this. So, 1968
'Cause I was like, Kelly is not that
it's off
old.
the year
Okay.
1968.
But
So
you-
1968 was the passing of the Civil Rights Movement, the Fair Housing Act.
Gotcha.
It was also a time where there was a lot of protests. There was a lot of fight for racial
Revolutionary
equity,
time
women
period.
equity, LGBTQ
Was it 2020 or
rights.
68? I can't tell. Like, we're still fighting these same things. It's weird.
Speaking
Like,
in black and white.
all this shit's still happening.
So that's
13
how
round
Black Hatch
fight.
became 68 because we were literally going through the
That
same shit.
sounds like 2020.
Can you imagine? Like that was in 1968.
We're still fighting.
we are still fighting for equality.
I always
Yeah.
feel for the people that are,
We're
senior,
fucking tired.
elderly, 87, 88. Again?
Right.
Y'all protested
And then,
for.
like,
We
think
protested
about-
50 years ago.
Think about the comparisons too. Like you got like the guys that won the Olympics in 1968, like putting their fist
Yep.
up, and you got Colin Kaepernick
crazy.
bending a knee, right? Like if they went, it's the same thing. You got like Martin Luther King Jr. dying in 68, and then Robert F. Kennedy being here in Indianapolis announcing that to the public, and then him dying not
Yep.
too long later.
Damn,
right?
racism
Like,
is
all-
cyclical.
For
But
sure.
it's the same
deadly.
shit
Ridiculous.
that's happening right now. And so that's where the name came from. The name came from, like, I always call
Y'all need
68 the
merch.
personal protest. Oh, it's coming.
Because it's fire.
It's coming.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I like
Tyler Hill
I'd like a hoodie.
made one hell of a brand.
Okay.
And he did a fantastic job. But we call it the personal protest. So for me, we march, we give our money and all these things. But for me, like, we get freedom when we have economic parity and when we have real power. And I feel like we can't do that without money.
That's real.
And so that's how we cure problems in our community.
Can't have a seat at the table if you can't afford to get in the door to sit at the table.
You can't
Got
afford
you.
the
Yeah.
we,
Uber to the
we,
table.
we like to build tables around here. You've seen us do it
Can't
before.
afford a
Right.
hotel in the city where the
Right.
tables
We
at,
build
nigga.
it.
None of that
Want
shit.
to see the table, but you need
Who are
money.
the other black women a part of the firm?
Are y'all hiring?
It's just me. I am hiring.
I saw that.
Oh.
What do
What
you?
does
Yeah.
hiring mean?
What is Kelly looking for?
So I'm hiring a venture associate.
Okay.
This person will probably come with 1-2 years of experience either in finance or startups or something in that space. Got to be really good with Excel spreadsheets and money and numbers.
Damn it,
and
I'm out.
analytical. Like anybody, probably
I do
anyone with
know
a
a
business
lady.
degree could do this work. And it's really just someone to kind of like work with me, like looking at deals, looking at companies, finding companies, doing due diligence, deciding what
remote?
deals we're gonna do. Everything is remote with me.
Okay.
Everything.
Caramel
We
next
don't
year,
do
man.
nothing but remote.
Zoom.
Absolutely. Go to office for what? You can do it for
Do they
Listen,
have
man,
to
this-
match your schedule?
whatever that may be. I mean, I
Because
mean,
you woke up
I'm-
at 3 this morning.
I mean, but I work from, I'm on for the during the work hours,
Yeah.
So yeah, as
You don't
long as
even
they
look
for work
tired.
hours, it's fine.
That's
You
tight.
don't.
Thank you. I sprayed the
True.
Mario
Glowing.
Badescu.
Glowing.
I look more
I
tired
sprayed
than
the
you
Mario
right now.
Badescu on before I came on. No makeup, just a little Mario
If I woke
Badescu.
up
how you
at 3
keep
o'clock
it
today, I
Keep
would
it
look like
cute.
it.
Yeah. No, I am hiring, and I'm also we're launching a scout program too, and that's really for me, for people that are interested in venture capital and just want to learn. So what I'm doing is taking on people that are just interested in companies and investing, and teaching them how to do it and giving them an opportunity to do some deals.
You can learn
With
as
mine,
well.
with our
This
money,
interview's
I
a
guess.
class.
So we've said capitalism, capitalist, all this kind of stuff over and over
Yeah.
again. How do you refute the mindset that people feel like black capitalism is the answer to solve our
using
problems?
them. Yeah, that.
Here's the
that's-
thing. Black capitalism, there's a difference, right? And we've seen these people all the time, right? People just have fucking money and are just like sitting on it and just being just greedy, right?
And they're willing to do the same
difference-
things that white people did. They're terrible to get the money.
Yeah. Just grimy,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, using the culture.
Yeah, for me, I think the difference is, one, when we invest in black people especially, we naturally have a want and need to help our community. I think that's just a natural occurrence. I think the other part is, obviously, a lot of people are going to probably make money off of this, but I'm looking to reinvest it back into our community and build things that will create sustainability. But three, I just want to make more people that have more money so that we have more opportunity to build our own things. This, for me, is about like supreme ownership, like not having to succumb or suffice to other people's programs, projects, anything that is basically like keeping us in the same places that we always are. I would love for everyone to not have to work for a corporation and just come and work for like black-led companies. Like that is the reality I see
that'd be crazy.
in life. If we all could just like work for
It'd be so
amazing
tight.
Man, it'd be
black-owned
amazing.
companies, like all of a sudden we look like.
Regal.
Look at dudes.
And then we
Black and
feel
black,
different,
black,
you
black,
know?
black, black,
Like, can you imagine, like, I think our, like, state of mind changes, like,
Yeah.
our confidence changes, like, we feel different,
Kings
like,
and queens.
It's like having a new pair of shoes on.
I want to see that.
Going to
I
the-
think,
going to the game.
and people are forever going to have jobs, and businesses are going to continue to business, and businesses will continue to grow, and we'll be able to build community wealth and different things like that. But we can't do shit if we ain't got no money. So
That's
It's
real.
true.
it starts with that. Like it just is the reality that we live in.
It's America.
Everything starts
Yeah.
with having some sort
This is America.
of pot that we can start
Yep.
with so that we can build things. I genuinely believe in community wealth, but we don't get community wealth if nobody's
Yeah.
making no fucking money. I'm
I
sorry.
trust you. Do what
I
you
believe
must.
in it, yeah.
I try. I mean, I want to do this differently. Believe me, there's a lot of black venture capitalists that don't feel the same way that I feel. Yeah, you know, that's a fight.
Get over here.
Oh,
No.
look at them. Gatekeep.
Great, like
gatekeeper.
real,
Stop
like
gatekeeping.
super. I mean, you know, it's
Amp
it's
Harris's
a,
of the
it's a
world.
cool kids kind of club, you know, around
Oh, my
there.
bad. Can I not say that?
And if, you know, I'm probably not in the cool kids club, and that's cool. But, you know, there's some people that are truly just there for the
Forget
greed.
them haters,
and,
man.
you know, there's people that, you know, don't believe in our thesis. And there's people that don't believe that we can find the wealth that we can. And
don't believe in my thesis is fire.
it's fine.
I like
It's
that.
fine.
Put on a shirt.
Watch it work. It's going to be great.
I think you guys should buy the
But I'm
Black
different.
Expo.
You know, the way we use it is different. The way we invest is different.
My good friend Ruff would like you guys to buy the Black Expo. Is that a thought process for you though?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Everything's
come
up.
get it back in blood.
Everything.
back in blood.
Everything.
Please do.
He wants you to
Everything
save the
is
city.
an option. Everything's an
Okay.
option.
There you go.
Hey, man.
That'd be so
Kelly,
tight.
Kelly coming forward. It's mine.
Just to get it back in blood.
I mean, at this point, we're beating
Somebody
everybody as it
explode.
is. If you really want to keep it a buck, we're beating everybody as it is.
for
Let's
sure.
talk about it.
Hey, go ahead.
That's a perfect segue.
Talk that shit.
Go ahead and grab the classic too. If you're gonna buy them,
Yeah,
buy
It's
them
part
all.
of
Get the
anybody. It's part of
classic, 'cause it-
Expo. So
Okay, yeah, we
It all
need
needs
to
a
take all that.
revamp, Kelly.
if I get Expo, I get it all.
Yeah. Man, take all of it back.
Because I'm sick of Stephanie
I'm
fucking
sick
Mills.
of it.
Fucking
I mean,
hate her.
can you deal with another?
And after
Stephanie
7,
Mills?
this ain't
No,
one gig
he's tired
every
of
year.
Stephanie Mills
Ano-
doing free concert.
And now you're really pumping it. Like, welcome, Stephanie Mills, for what?
Coming to
Yes, we
Indianapolis.
know you booked her. We
Years. Once a
know
month,
you are her
excellence.
manager. We know.
I think what he
That's
said
not
was
my name, nigga.
okay about him because we all know who's bringing Stephanie Mills.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
that's
Amp
her
runs all
nigga,
the
so-
Amp runs all the programming for Expo, so it's forever.
She put that
It's
thing
always
on him. He's
easy.
like, "Oh, you're booked."
We need a different look, and I mean it's not easy. I get it. The Black Expo is its longevity is unmatched, but it has to. Everything has to revamp.
It
from
needs a
Amazon to
remix.
Apple to Nike.
Can I tell
everything
you-
needs a rebrand.
Can I tell you guys something? y'all?
Please do.
I would like to hear.
The interesting thing is that shift is already happening. What's happening is I think funders, I think corporations, I think they're looking for real returns and they're looking for real opportunities to touch the community. And I think they know that the places that they've been sinking millions of dollars for years is not,
Ain't
they're
really
not
producing
performing
anymore.
I can tell you that because they coming to us.
Yeah,
Y'all keep having that party in February.
They are hollering.
Seems
at
to be
Nimble.
important.
for sure. Man, talk that talk. Honestly, can we?
Let's talk about it.
Let's
Let's get
segue,
to it. We
please.
can talk about whatever at this point.
So
Y'all got me
there
on
was a
camera, and I done
situation-
had a couple 3 sips.
Let's
It was
go.
already.
There's a situation that took place not too long ago.
What
Party
happened?
Gras. All the tickets, Thanos, Blip, gone. Can you just
Garden party.
Can you just garden party? I'm sorry, excuse me. Can you just address the people? There's so many rumors and
I cussed
theories
everybody out on the
floating
show.
around.
That was the
I'm,
Black Album.
yeah, I
I'm talking
can
about the
dispel
blueprint
every
right now.
rumor. Do y'all want to ask me the rumor and then I
I
can
came
tell
on here
You
you?
was
gave
like-
all your friends the tickets and regular people didn't
Absolutely. There's so many of our friends that did not get tickets.
get them. I didn't get a ticket.
I believe it. I got you though.
So you can't say that.
Yes, she can.
I'm just kidding.
Yes, she can.
The thing is we're probably
I
gonna
don't
open
have
up.
There's also they didn't have that many tickets to begin with.
We started with 600 and we sold 600.
And that was my point.
It was tight. It was
We were
amazing.
told.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We were told 600 tickets. So the 4,000 people that wanted all their crews to come was never a possibility.
You never,
I mean,
You weren't going to please everybody with 600
the
tickets.
saddest
This
part
wasn't
about
gonna
it
happen.
was that you guys released an early ticket for people who supported you in the past.
we tried
To
to
buy early.
ensure that people had, like people that have supported us over
An
the
opportunity.
years,
I missed
had
it.
an opportunity.
It dropped at a crazy time. I
People
was like,
missed everything. I mean,
And
it
that's-
just is what it is. It
but
was
again-
but let me tell you the other things, and I know this has been put out there, but like there were so many stopgaps that we put in, right? Like we limited the number of tickets that people could buy at a time because people will lock up 10 tickets
Yeah.
and just leave them there. You know, we shortened the time to take to check out so that if people took too long, tickets
See?
went back to the system. Like we did so many
You
things
did
to
what you could
ensure
do.
people
For sure.
had
With
a fair
600
shot.
tickets.
We did not like. I don't think anybody. Well, we certainly didn't, but I don't think anybody expected tickets to sell out in a minute and 2 minutes.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Nuts.
That's how it works
Legendary
when you
shit.
hot.
We jubilation level now. It's kind of dope.
Like it was frustrating. Obviously, we're affiliated, and we know we
Yeah,
respect
we love
people to put
y'all,
stuff
man.
on.
There was
to
a
see
lot-
the
no, there was a lot of
slander,
people.
everybody loves everything blackity black. They don't get what they want. And then is them motherfuckers
Fuck
don't
them.
even.
And the
Oh,
whole
okay.
point
I didn't want to go to their little party anyway.
Yeah, you
y'all
did.
weird.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You didn't get your way, so it's fuck
Right.
everything. That's just weird to me.
Y'all gonna be out
It
there in
was a
suits
fit-
sweating
we
and shit with y'all
literally did
dumbass.
everything. Believe me, because I'm the one that did it. I'm the one that set off everything up on the back end. Like we did everything we could to ensure that people had a fair shot.
Yeah,
we
they-
really did.
People
Again.
swore y'all were
You can only buy
sneakers.
one table. Okay?
Math
Like,
is
there was
simple.
no
If there
multiple
were
tables,
600
none of
tickets,
that.
and you just now if it was 4,000 and everybody thought they didn't get one, I'm like, ooh shit.
I mean, if everybody who even went to Pardi Gras in 2020 wanted a ticket, it wasn't gonna
It's
happen.
not gonna happen.
Can't happen.
And the
Just
biggest
wasn't
thing
gonna
is that all this funding goes right back into our community.
They forget that
They
part.
the
forgot
fact
that so
is-
fast.
They forget
it was
that
fuck
part.
y'all, forget
It's
give it back.
ridiculous.
It's all they just pocketing the money. What? We don't have any. Do you know how much it costs for that fucking venue?
I'm
And the
sure it
food,
was a pretty penny.
And the rentals.
Let me ask this
For
question.
sure.
And
And the
everything
open
else.
bar.
Like, it is
So-
not in the open bar. Y'all, that open bar is not cheap. Ain't nobody giving y'all no open bar. Ain't nobody still
Nah.
to this day giving y'all open bar.
Nobody.
We give y'all that
Especially not after
with
service.
no
Obviously,
problem.
We didn't get to have Pardi Gras this year.
We didn't. We thought we were going to too. We thought we were going
Does in 2022? I'm sorry. Does Pardi Gras and Garden Party happen, or is there
Yes.
is there a
Double
does,
up.
Does one move back?
Yeah, this
or
is
it
always
just
the plan. I feel
No,
like
it'll be same timeline. So February, July.
Yeah.
well,
popping them twice.
In 2020, they were gonna do them both.
Yeah, we were going to do
COVID
it both in
happened.
2020.
That's a good point.
Yeah, Garden Party was our second.
I
Was
fell
our
asleep
new
on that.
event.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
were.
he
You
was
had a little
asleep.
nap.
It's not his fault. He took a
Yeah, I
nap.
know. I'm so.
Everybody gets a,
Y'all was about to
everybody
have that.
feels for you for your situation.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here. I
Double
really
up.
am.
The
And,
alarm
then,
went off.
and pretty soon y'all gonna have throw one in the fall, something in the fall.
Too much.
Three is
Too
too
much.
many.
Excuse me. Yeah, because you're gonna be doing the Black Expo too.
Pump your
so
brakes,
it
brother.
will be
You
too
got
much.
Classic. Don't forget about classic.
Classic.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
That is true. Well, what'll happen is Classic
State
will probably just
Fair.
wrap up into
Got you.
Garden Party is what'll happen.
You got any garden party exclusives? Some things that the people don't know about. You can maybe share.
No.
No,
Nah, not really.
I'll be
I
there.
don't.
I'll see
I
you
don't
for
think I
myself.
do. I don't. I mean, yeah, I don't think I have any super exclusives. I think people are gonna really enjoy Party Way. Totally different vibe this year.
Oh, I can't wait.
I think that's
Yeah.
gonna be dope. I think people are really gonna enjoy Garden Party. There's gonna be,
What color is Jeff wearing?
he's probably gonna wear salmon or something.
Nigga, mauve.
You know that nigga, you know that nigga's probably gonna wear sea moss.
He gonna have some
Right.
shit on
You know
his
what I mean?
shoulder. It's gonna be like a line.
Yeah.
He's gonna be wearing periwinkle.
Yeah, something
Periwinkle,
ridiculous.
He should
some
probably
kind
do
of
that.
A color's hard to
soft,
say.
some
Yeah.
kind of soft color.
Yep. Something with a filter
No
on
shirt.
it.
No shirt.
Nah.
Taco meat?
Absolutely.
He ride
Okay.
17 miles a day on his bike. Ain't wearing no shirt.
Yeah.
The garden
He
Yeah.
might
party.
wear
Shirt.
shorts.
He might fuck around and give you some knees.
Yeah.
You right. He might give you some knees.
Shout out to my dog.
Shout out to Jeff, man.
Jeffrey.
I love him. He's my best friend. And he also happens to be my cousin.
That's tight.
It's crazy.
I talk to him every day.
And y'all taking over the world together.
Y'all family hit the lottery. Lucky you.
We actually, I was talking to my sister about this. I was
Lucky
like,
me.
yo, we kind of popping.
It's a nice little run y'all on right now.
The Flemings kind of popping.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they not bad.
Generational wealth on the way.
Doctors and shit.
I'm very
Yeah.
proud of my baby
Capitalists.
sister. She's so cute. I love her.
For sure.
I enjoy
She's my
seeing
favorite
her.
little baby
Naptown
sister.
Clipped in there, too.
It is.
Naptown, that's family. That's my brother.
Turn that.
I just call Aaron my brother. Actually, we like Aaron more than we like Jordan. Don't tell her I
That's
said
fine.
that.
She
Well,
gonna
he
hear
knows
it.
that.
Yeah.
If I had to pick one, I
She
guess
knows that.
he's funnier.
Yeah, Aaron is such a nice guy.
He
Jordan
is.
is not nice as much
She's
as
been
people
nothing
probably
but
think.
pleasant to us.
She's nice.
You don't know what I got to know her.
Aaron is nice.
You don't know that
First
girl.
time I met
Nice
Aaron,
dude.
though, it was like all love immediately. It was tight. I was
No,
like,
she's a sweetheart.
Damn, I fuck
She
with
really is. But yeah, I think it's a fun time. I
you.
like being we.
What else can we expect from Be Nimble this year?
Garden Party, obviously. We'll probably be announcing our newest accelerator closer to the end of the year.
Oh, wow.
We have some really great new partnerships. That's one thing I would say for Garden Party. I'm excited to announce like all of our incredible partners.
Are y'all gonna have the camera where like you stand still,
Absolutely.
but
We
that
bought
motherfucker spin
one.
around you?
We actually just bought it.
Oh, you own
Oh,
it.
wow.
Just purchased it.
The ESPYs.
I mean,
Let
because
me
you
get my
know, we
outfit
might as
together,
well
man.
rent it out. We might as well rent it out on a part time, like when we're not having events. You can rent that
Yeah.
bitch out, like
Yeah.
revenue.
Because it would hit it close.
That thing gonna go.
I'm a business
it's gonna
owner. I
go
like
on
business.
baby
Let me
shower
go.
We like
tours
to
around
generate
the nation.
revenue.
Let me
So,
take my ass to Rick Rock's Instagram page, see what I'm wearing this party.
Yeah. So we got this.
Some
We
research.
still
studying. You gotta do.
You
I hate to
gotta,
break it to you. You have to scroll really far back.
That's
on the
okay.
page.
Actually, I gotta
That's
ask
okay.
John. Did he actually buy that yet?
He's a
But we're
fan.
buying one. I don't know if we bought it yet, but
You
we're buying
trusted John
one.
to buy this camera?
You see why we got
Oh, you bought it from a junkyard, maybe. You might want to double check.
John is John. John is
Yeah.
John, everybody. We all know. John is John.
You bought
John.
a 180 camera. You gonna get half the shot.
We doing this.
Windshield wiper. Hey, we love John.
Nobody knows John like us, so we know.
John is our CFO.
Tight.
He's
Shout out to my
in charge.
dog,
He's
man.
in
Go
charge.
ahead,
Let's go,
John.
John.
He is
Let's
in
go,
charge
John.
of. He is in charge of buying things. I do not think we have bought that 360 yet.
Did y'all
Get
rent
that
that
taken
But
care
Maserati?
of.
it
Press
should
roll,
be. It
man.
should be on the way at some
She gonna send
point.
a text. Send me the info before you buy that thing.
Yeah, let me see. She would
It's on the way, and I think we're gonna buy just a regular photo booth. I mean, it's for us. It's like we can rent that bitch out.
Yeah.
Like everything
Y'all
for
got
us
it.
is an opportunity.
Deep pockets.
Yeah.
Y'all fuck
well,
around, had
and
the only
for
one in the
cheap,
city, honestly.
too.
I don't know anybody that owns one that has one right now here.
I think everybody rents them, but we're just
That's
not
crazy.
And now they're gonna rent them from you.
Yeah, it's like
That's tight.
for the low too. Like we ain't trying to tax boys. We just want to.
I just want one. I'm gonna borrow for a weekend.
Give people
be at my house just
opportunity.
doing dumb shit all day.
I mean, building out really
Keep your
great
fence
events
off.
is a strong suit for us.
It is, man.
We
You're
do
doing
a
an
really
amazing
good
job.
job.
The best events in the city is not even close.
Hey, that motherfucker
I get
go
to pull
crazy
out all my
with one of
old
this
tricks.
with the 360 camera. This right here. Ree, where you at?
Mr. Nasty
It's just the
Time.
nasty time. It's just the
Yeah.
nasty time.
So yeah, we'll clean it off. We see that back.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Disinfect that.
Yeah,
Between each
Use some
use.
PPE.
Yeah, lights on me
Between
down,
each
baby.
use,
Yeah.
for sure.
PPE that down. So last question. They hate me.
Man, I really want to
They
keep
hate me.
talking.
I
Though.
know.
This is fun.
She's
I really
asking
want to
for
talk about
5%
what. So, are there some innovators that you're really excited about to bring through and work with 68 Capitol right now?
Absolutely.
Can we hear a couple?
Yeah, so I have a company that we are investing in that actually is Instacart for international grocery stores. So
Wow.
Black owned, yeah. I'm
Black
really excited
owned.
about that one. That's a big one for us. Absolutely.
more.
Come on,
Tell me more.
If I can't say that out loud. But I
We have to
told
cut
y'all.
the camera if we do that. We don't want
I
to do
just
that.
told y'all. I said I'm coming.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna come. Correct. So that's a big one for us.
That's crazy.
We there's another company that I'm actually finalizing a deal on that is a one-click sign-on for paid media. So you know how you try to read TechCrunch or you try to read Business Insider and you got to subscribe.
Hate that
This
shit.
gives you
Paywalls are
Just
piss
so
off.
stupid.
It's a Google Chrome extension that you click it and it automatically signs you on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I need that because I hate going. to
How many
pages like,
times do you
hey, we
get-
need $1 for you to read this article?
Exactly. How many
Eat
times
my-
do you get like a text or a Slack or email and it's like, read this article and you go to and it's like, you got to pay. And I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Paywalls
Guess I'm going to
are
go ahead and
piss
drop that.
off.
Yeah, this goes.
Is that what it's called? Paywall?
This does single sign on for paywall.
For news
Got
pages.
you.
annoys me.
So,
Yeah,
dare
black
they?
founder as
calculate
well.
I can't go to
those-
Twitter and get the news.
So does it calculate those subscriptions? How does that work then? Calculate your
So
subscriptions
they
and-
actually work out a deal with
He
the
trying to dig into
subscriber
the
from the
IP.
publisher. I mean, it's already done.
Okay,
There's
cool.
not really much you can
cool.
do.
Cheater.
But they actually
wanna hear how it
get
works.
they actually get a discounted rate
Gotcha.
from the publisher, and then they offer it at cost to the people, and so you actually end up paying less than what you would pay if you did a full
This is
subscription.
so far.
Lift
man.
the
I can't.
top
That's
three
my
up. She's in
favorite
her
one
bag
right
today.
now. It's going to
That's
be
crazy.
a winner. I have.
You should have been in that. I know this is sidetrack here, sidebar, but you should have been in that video Pharrell and Jay-Z did. That would have been fire.
Absolutely, it's so great. My friend
gotta meet him
actually is the new CEO of Pharrell's fund, the Black Ambition Fund. Her name is Felicia Hatcher. She's the
Can
new
we meet
CEO.
Felicia?
Of that.
Yeah, that'd
Felicia
be cool.
busy.
Set
We'll
that
talk
up.
to Felicia.
Yeah.
We'll talk to her.
How close are you to meeting Jay-Z? How many?
I met him already. I met him twice.
Really? Oh,
You took the
wow.
dinner instead of the 50 racks?
I'm gonna take the dinner every time. I mean, if it's Jay, I'm gonna probably take the dinner. But no, I met him when I was still working for Guru at On the Run 1.
Wow. What's up?
Legend.
to be alive.
Yo!
Yeah, I think it was
really
On the
rapping
Run
in.
1.
I bet he's
Over.
I'm trying to think what else.
last name
But what I'm most excited about actually is the few businesses I'm working with here locally that I'm excited about. There's
Okay.
a beauty, health, and wellness brand that I'm working with
Nice.
that I love so much. And
This is like your babies. It's so cool.
it is. We're in the process of making the first Black-owned sheet mask line.
What that mean?
And
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
are you guys into skincare like that?
Is it
I
that
am.
white? I remember like a ghost?
Yeah, it's like the sheet you put on your
So
face.
pure.
There's no Black-owned ones.
Oh,
And
okay.
so
Can you just start sending me these?
My
when we
wife
make
just
them?
had one on the other day.
I'm
No,
all about
I'll
black
send you
owned.
all some so you can test them out.
Yep.
But she's incredible. She already makes amazing serums, so we're basically putting her serums into these sheet masks.
That's-
That's what
I've
we're
only
working on
got
right
a
now.
partial
Crazy.
face though because of my beard. Do they have like
No,
short?
you put it all over
Okay,
still. It'll
cool.
work. It'll help for your beard too. I should have brought y'all some sheet masks. I keep a.
You should have.
I mean, that's how I'm trying to stay looking as young as possible.
You glowing,
because,
man. Glowing.
Lord, I'm on my way to 40. Yeah, I'm on my way to 40. And then there's some food companies that I'm really interested. I mean, I would love for Chef Oya. Please call me. I would love to.
Have you gotten 40 on the 40
Totally
yet?
I have not.
Why not?
Yeah,
I don't
the
need
list
that.
got to be coming.
It just came out today.
I got you fucked up.
I'm not worried
Yeah,
about
let's
that.
fight.
Please.
They got you
I
fucked
got
up though.
20
Either way.
M's to invest. Ain't nobody did that.
You right. You a legend. Now talk, man. Talk
I'm not
and
worried
talk,
about
man.
it.
Keep it tall.
If they wanted to put me
Keep
on the
it
40
tall.
under 40, they would have put me on the 40 under 40. But I
Keep
would
it
love.
tall.
I mean, I would love for Chef Oya to give me a call. Actually, I might
Keep it
send her an
tall.
email. I'd love to see how we can scale the butters into stores.
Yeah. Oh,
They're so far. The trap butter's heat.
I know. I just placed.
Honestly, I might run up there tomorrow since
That
it's
jerk
Wednesday.
though.
They'll be open.
That jerk is something
The
special.
jerk, I get the jerk on the side. I
That
get,
jerk
ba-
is
he bathes in it.
special.
I get the OG, and then the jerk on the side just a little extra.
That
It's so
jerk-
far.
That jerk is. Put that jerk on salmon. Let me tell you
those
something.
nuts.
In the air fryer. Please.
Okay.
Chef
I'll
Oya's
try
is a
that.
move. You just have to be
Yeah,
ready
you
11
gotta-
to 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see how we could scale that. I'm gonna call her tonight or tomorrow because I've been thinking about. I've been having dreams about that.
Chef, hope you listening.
I think we were the venture capitalists of that move. So whenever you do,
Yeah, I mean, I mean, food brands. I'd love
25%
to
of
invest
the
in.
10% of
Clothing
that.
brands
'Cause we-
I want to invest
yeah.
in. Like, I really want to figure out a way to scale. I mean, I want to scale Black clothing brands in the same way as like a Everlane or a Warby Parker or Allbirds. These are all, venture backed companies. I don't think we look at them like that because it's
Warby
like
Parker's big
we're talking
right
about
now.
yeah,
Oh,
like
huge.
Warby Parker. I mean, they're just glasses, but I mean, it's still an online glasses shop. But
Yeah.
they're venture backed. They raise money
I'm not hip to
to
them. What
do
are they?
that. They are like a glasses brand that you can just get your prescription put in, but all
Like
the glasses
Zenni?
I think are like $50 or $60.
Yeah,
or
they're
something like
cheaper.
that. They're cheap.
They're in the Keystone.
They cost like
But I'd
20,
love to
is it?
scale
Yeah.
a brand like that in some kind of way. I'd love to. I'm really into like beauty and skincare, hair care, and things like that. I would love to do food, like a lot of food and beverage is probably going to come through our portfolio because I just think that's where we win. So figuring out ways to get people in Target and grocery stores and
Well,
also like direct to consumer.
We know some brothers with a magnificent beer company called Magnolia Green.
Yeah, I would
and
love
this
to,
is their
I would love to learn
campus.
more about
episode.
that. Yeah, I want to learn. Tell me all about that because I want to connect with them. But I mean, I'm thinking, like Partake Foods, right? Like Impossible Burger. Like these are all also venture backed
Wow.
companies. Yeah, no one again.
These
talks
niggas
about
is not
that, but
independent.
No,
They
they're
signed the
raising.
majors.
Well, no, it's not signed. You're just taking on
Cash
money.
Money Records.
You're just taking on revenue. You're just
It's just a
taking on
distribution
money.
deal.
Whole bunch of juveniles. So much
But
juveniles out here.
Jay-Z is invested in Partake Foods. They are a
Wow.
vegan cookie company founded by a black woman.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
That's
stuff
fire.
like that.
All right.
Music, media for sure. Media for sure. Have to.
How do you scale media in that sense? Like, what was
Gravity is venture backed.
true?
Hip Hop DX was venture backed. They just got bought by Warner. That's how you scale media.
Really?
Right.
Shout out to Hip Hop DX, man. They put me on a lot of shit.
No one knows. I mean, no one knows. No one's just out there just saying like
No.
we raised
Always had the
$500,000.
links.
No one's just
Always.
saying that. Like people are just working. But
Yeah, you just think that like
it's
The Warner reviews on Hip Hop DX about to go fire. All 5
Warner
stars.
been buying a lot of music. They've been buying a lot of influencer brands. They've been buying a lot of like Instagram handles too. Like they're whatever they're doing with their portfolio is crazy. Coach K has been investing in a lot of tech companies too. He's part of the music accelerator in LA for Techstars.
Coach K.
Tell me we said
We
the
need him on the
acceleration
show.
isn't here.
I mean,
your phone,
I'm
bro.
trying to tell you, like, no one is
1,000
talking
times.
about it, but everybody is in this in
It's
some way.
space.
Secret Society.
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's a way to create like massive fucking wealth, right? Like these are people that Beyonce has shares in Uber. You saw how that went.
man. Well,
It was
listen,
people like, oh, we put
Excuse me.
10,000 in Uber, and people was
Hey.
walking away with 10 million.
if you got, well, we'll talk about it off air. Let's give a round of applause for
Thank you for having me. It's always so fun.
No, thank
Kelli
you for
Jones,
coming.
Can I stay
man.
for the fun
A
stuff?
piece
Y'all about to
of
talk about the good
history
stuff?
here in
What's
Indiana.
the-
We recorded last night.
Damn it!
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
sorry.
This is all we got.
Oh man, I thought I was
yeah.
gonna stay for the show reviews and
Oh,
all sorts of
yeah.
stuff.
That
You know,
was
I
all
Did you
love
enjoy
the
the progression though?
I do.
From the front
My
room to the
favorite
basement?
one, and also, can I get a cap? Can I get a cape?
A cap.
A cape? No, the cape sound.
not
That's
playing
my
that.
favorite.
Oh,
We don't
he's,
even
It's
got
my
the
favorite
board.
sound effect.
oh, the cake. It's funny.
It's my
funny every
favorite
time.
sound effect on the entire show. When the cape comes out, I'm always like, oh my God, here they go.
Niggas about to
Here they
came.
go. Because niggas is about to really
About
go
to
there.
really-
They about to really put that
really-
motherfucker on. They about to put that on and go. It's my favorite when it comes out. It's like, swoosh. I'm like, here we
Yeah.
go.
Thank you,
Who's
Kelli.
about to do it?
You're one of our
Niggas
first
was caping
believers.
for the French Open last night.
I love a sound
was
effect,
sick.
but the cape is my favorite sound
sick.
effect on the show.
I was upset.
We're not caping for the French
Niggas put your cape on for the French
Open.
Open.
We did
I'm not putting my cape on for the French Open.
These guys did.
not. No, we didn't.
What?
Man,
We did
this is-
not.
it's
Naomi
not how
did
we
what she
it.
had to do. Fuck
She
the,
did.
fuck that
We
French Open.
supported that.
And we support that wholeheartedly.
But
No, ain't no but.
What's the butt?
There isn't a but.
I'll listen to it.
Don't
on the
play.
show.
It's cool. No big deal. Go.
I'll listen to it when I listen
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
no, I don't know. I just feel like we all here now. Shout out to Hefe.
Yeah.
But I just feel like we all have certain businesses and different expectations we have to adhere to. When we don't adhere to them, then it's okay. That's our decision not to do so.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if Naomi wants to play in the French Open, they have expectations and different rules and regulations that must be followed. It's okay. But she could also, and I said this last night, use that platform to continue to get her bars off if she wants to. Use that platform to talk about mental health. Use that platform to talk about why the media is not necessarily important. I don't know.
She
That was
kind
our
of did
angle.
that though, no?
We definitely didn't say fuck her. She should be
Yeah, that's
playing.
not what we
We
did.
did not.
Yeah,
And
do
we
that.
did
was
not.
the angle.
We did
We
not
did
Kyrie
not do
Irving
this.
Naomi Osaka.
We did not say
because we did do that. to Kyrie Irving.
Go. The playback will not support what
It'll
you're
tell
saying.
the truth.
We did not say fuck her mental health. She could play.
Nope.
Nobody said that. What we did
you
say.
said, who cares if the rules are outdated? They don't have to change for her.
Who was to say the
Call
rules
them
are
outdated
outdated?
They do.
Is a stretch.
Who's
Yes,
to
they
say the
do.
rules? Calling the rules outdated is a bit of a stretch.
Did the NBA change to be a more player-centric league?
They still got to do interviews.
Every day.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. do the
Kevin
players-
Love
who
has mental health
who
issues.
has more power now, the players?
No.
Okay.
They do. I think
Next.
they have
Nah,
more.
that's what they say.
No, that's what they had in the bubble. That shit's gone. You see anybody kneel this
but-
year?
All right, guys.
But rough.
All right.
Anybody kneel this year?
Do they still do media though? Every day?
They need Naomi Osaka. She's the biggest star in tennis, the highest paid star in tennis. They need her.
Is she?
Yes.
I believe she is, yeah.
They
Serena?
need. Yes.
But Naomi's only like 2 years deep. I think y'all are
she beat her
drunk
twice.
if you think they can't find another Naomi. Or make another one.
The thing is, she can do what she wants to
Is
do.
she
Sloane
quit
Stephens
though?
will
Like,
be
did she
Naomi.
quit?
No,
Like,
in this
If
tournament.
or she just
Sloane
not
Stephens
playing
be
in
Naomi,
this
she would've
tournament?
Let him tell her. We
not.
said fuck her. She need to play. We didn't say that.
Like,
Nobody
I
said
think
that.
it's also, was it clay court too? She's not really good on clay. She said that.
Now, if that's a whole other type of issue. If that's the problem.
Yeah, now that's
She's not going
Now,
to play.
if she ran from the clay court
Yeah, that's
and used interviews for it,
Oh, she was running from the grind?
Man,
We got a
switch
real
your team.
Like, there has been an interview.
real issue.
There has been an interview with her.
Real
talking about
issue
her
now.
court,
Yeah, she don't want.
performance.
She don't want them to grill her on the clay court.
However, like for her, it's very like I mean, all these athletes go through like when they have a bad performance, they feel bad, and then they gotta run straight to the stage
To talk about it.
To talk about it.
Yeah.
Some people don't go through that as well. So if
My
I'm
favorite
someone
quarterback
who
walked out the
handles
Super Bowl
mental
stage.
health, mental health bad, like if
I'm-
I'm fucked up and I really feel like I was fucking trash tonight, and I'm really depressed and I'm really on myself, and I gotta fucking talk to all these people who don't really know me or just making money off me.
That's fair.
That might be
I'm
the
not
thing
ready
that
for
leads me to slit my wrist tonight. And she shouldn't have to do that if she doesn't want
Yeah,
to.
And
she
she just
certainly
got
haven't.
Did she have a breakup? Are we sure about
This is
young bitch named
Corday's
Corday?
fault.
Corday broke.
Corday is not on the Instagram no more. That's all I know.
Damn, he done got off the. Oh yeah, she's
all
going through a
Corday's
breakup.
fault.
She's having a hard time. That's all it is.
That's
It's
not a reason to miss work.
But there's your snippet of the show.
Yeah, there it is.
Sorry.
Gotta be something.
He,
That was good.
he yelled at us. He
A
wanted to punch
breakup's not a reason
us.
quick to go.
I'm gonna go
knock
see
it
if my
off.
shoes are in the mailbox.
They
Hey,
are.
they should be there. Let's get.
You can't miss the bag.
Look at these
That's
guys.
crazy.
I would
Yeah,
take a
write 'em
couple
up.
days off, but I'm not missing the whole bag. I'm gone for the year.
Welcome
I'm not
back.
I
coming
mean,
back.
that can mess up somebody's mental though. Like going
can,
through that
of
can mess
course,
up your
of
ability
course.
to play.
Of course.
This was fun.
I think that's valid.
Thank you. This is
Man,
awesome.
give Kelly a round of applause.
Yes.
Man, Kelly Jones.
Kelly Nicole with
Thank
an
you,
I.
guys.
Nicole with a K.
Living history. Living history.
Literally.
Kelly with an I,
In my
Nicole
building.
with a K.
I appreciate you.
I'm glad to be here. I missed you guys. I don't get to do this too often, and I got to cuss.
You did.
You did.
You said
We
fuck
do
Apple.
that on here.
Weak
Indeed.
ass logo.
Well, you can always come back. You know what I'm saying?
Bite out of your
I'm
ass,
down.
nigga.
Y'all let me know when y'all
Come
want me to
through.
come.
All right, man. Next.
I miss people. I don't get to see people very
That's
often.
fine.
That's sad statement to make.